Starting stream. Hello everyone, Cesare here with more Final Fantasy XIV. As you can see, Miro is joining us in sunny Costa del Sol. She's got a new outfit going, courtesy of PMet, making us some glamour prisms to transform to it, though I still have my old gear. Miro's gonna give us a little wave. No, don't wave that guy. There we go. As you can see, it is very sunny here in Costa del Sol. This is where we left off last time. A case of indecency complete. Thank God Hildibrand took off that dress. What do you think of Miro's new outfit? Miro's new hair? I think it looks pretty good. Outfit's based on Zidane from Final Fantasy IX. You get it for being subscribed to Final Fantasy XIV for 1,080 days. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Joining me though is Silly and PMet. Say hello.
No.
Hello.
Well, that was much better. Excellent. PMet's having some mic issues right now, so she's going through her webcam, so I've kind of regulated her to not speaking unless it's her turn to speak. Because...
That's how you always do it.
That's true, actually. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be continuing on with the Hildibrand questline, as we only have 2 patches worth of stories to do before we come to the epic conclusion of the story. At least for the Realm Reborn content. Heaven's Ward brought some more Hildibrand questline, and I still haven't actually done it all myself yet. I'll do it eventually. Maybe I'll just save it for stream. In any case, I'm going to be sharing my screen here as we are going to be picking up the start of this quest. Alright, thank you for the host, Wintrigue. Okay, so, you see over there, there's Ellie. Let's go talk to Ellie. Reporter for the Mithril Eye. 8 armed and dangerous. Ellie has the latest information on the Phantom Thief's target.
Miro, I was wondering when you'd show up. I've got the latest scoop on the Victor's spoils that our many-faced friend has set his sights on. Have you visited the Coliseum of late? There's a tourney in the works, and it's looking to be a big one. The Mithril Cup, sponsored by none other than Imagina and Sons Mineral Concern. They say that Master Fergus will be furnishing the prizes himself from his personal collection. Small wonder it's captured the attention of Mr. Sticky Fingers. You are familiar with the concern, yes? It's only the largest mining interest in the Sultanate after all. The chairman, Master Fergus, sits on the syndicate and possesses such wealth that rumor has it he could buy half the realm if he chose to. He's also renowned for being something of a martial arts enthusiast, with his position affording him little opportunity to test his own skills. He settles for living vicariously through the exploits of others, hence his sponsorship of tournaments like the Mithril Cup. My colleague Ganellan is in Ul'dah covering the tourney as we speak. If we were to track him down, I'd bet he'd be able to give us something to get our investigation started.
Nah, he said his name there, Fergus. I couldn't help but picture Rowena saying Fergus.
Fergus! Yeah, it made me want to do that.
Alright, so we are going to head to Ul'dah. Silly, you can voice the head of the Coliseum stuff. And I will be doing the other character that gets introduced in this. Alright, we are heading over to the Coliseum. It's always good to go through Ul'dah when it's bright out. Because you get to see the city. Whereas when it's nighttime, you don't really see anything. It's all dark and looks gloomy. Ganelon. I'll voice Ganelon. Wait, maybe not. Is that a lady? Oh, that's okay. Okay. Yes, I'm a busy man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look elsewhere.
Sorry. No need to be rude, Ganelon. She's a friend of mine. Now, what you say while you share... What do you say you share your latest findings with us? I promise I'll make it worth your while.
Ellie! Huh. If it isn't the Mithril Eyes star reporter. Come to have a laugh at Ganelon's expense before returning to pen your latest front page feature, eh? Oh, very well. Just promise you'll put in a good word for me with these higher-ups, okay? Now, let me tell you this. There's strange things afoot at the Coliseum. I think that's supposed to be Silly's character.
Bugger all! It's a travesty, I tell you!
Nope, but you can be one of these guys too, I guess. Hutch, Hugh, Hamo, whatever is the matter? And pray tell, is Hutchin? The four of you will compete in the cup together, yes? I'll be Hugh. I fear that an unfortunate mishap has left Hutchin in no condition to fight. We were just on our way to convey the dire news to Dower Meadow. Yeah, you voiced Dower Meadow. You could be Hutch as well.
Mishap my arse. This was sabotage. Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate his competition. I swear it on my subligar.
I think that might be Dower Meadow.
We're just gonna assume it is every time until it is.
Okay.
Lower your voice, Hutch. My head stings enough without your bloody shouting.
Oh, no, that's Hutchin. Okay, you can be Hutchin as well. Peanut, you get to be Hamo. Go.
What? Oh, Hutchin, should you not be resting your wounds? Oh, but forgive your incompetent, unworthy comrade. If I had been quicker with my mantra, we would still be 4 men strong.
Do not berate yourself so, Hamo. In victory and in defeat, the Montrevilles fight is won. You bear no more responsibility for my wounds than I. Any road, I dare say I'll not be getting back into fighting Fettle by arsing about in bed. I'm ready to chant some mantras. How about a lot of you?
Hutchin, for you, I'm always ready.
Now that's what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras, and I want each one to ring out over Saguli.
The Mantravilles?
Aye, as Hutchin tells it, they took their name from a training partner they met at the Fist of Rauger, a man they most admired for his devotion and chiseled physique.
Consider me not the least bit interested. This talk of attacks on the competitors, however, of this I would hear more.
Yes, I mentioned that strange things were afoot, yes? With mere days left before the Mithril Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have withdrawn, citing a host of curious ailments and injuries. With the list of entrants shrinking by the day, the organizers have been forced to abandon the elimination format in favor of a mass melee between what few battlers remain.
The Phantom Thief's Challenge. Gladiators dropping like flies. No, this is no mere coincidence. I would speak to the individual in charge of the event. Where might I find him?
Though the concerned sponsors the tourney, the day-to-day organizational duties are being handled by a fellow by the name of Dower Meadow. He should be in his office within the Coliseum's halls. I'll send word to the gateman, Yuyubaya. He owes the Mithril Eye a favor or two.
Splendid. Come, Miro, we've got a case to crack.
Alright. So we're gonna head back on into the Coliseum. And yes, Speedo Men. They're actually wearing what's called a subligar, the
Miro loves them.
Satan's gift to FF14.
And FF11 as well.
And FF11. I get the feeling at Square Enix, like, I think their CEO and higher-ups must wear subligars, because...
All the time.
Yeah.
You know, Yoshi P reminds me a little bit of Kojima.
He is a lot like Kojima. Maybe they're friends. I wouldn't be surprised.
I would ship them.
Yuyubaya. From the Mithril Eye, you say? Then by all means, you are free to enter.
I am Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. Never blinking, all-seeing, you know the deal, yes. And you must be Dower Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about the upcoming tourney.
Who am I to argue with free publicity? And from a charming little thing like yourself, ask away, me girl. That said, between the challenge that's so-called Phantom Thief and now these bizarre attacks targeting the fighters, our tourney's already the talk of the town. Not that you'll see me complaining, provided someone still left to fight, that is. You're free to investigate as you wish, but you'd be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone here a bit on edge. Why, just moments ago, one fighter almost took another's head for insulting the color of his Looks like we got ourselves another... These two aren't in the entry books.
And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for his next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Inspector Reardon, as efficient as ever, I see.
A true gentleman. Excuse violence, Inspector.
You were thinking. It annoyed me. Darrow Meadow, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prizes for this tourney, and try to be brief.
Was wondering when you might ask. Master Felrius has spared no expense in making the Mithril Cup the most lucrative tourney for this Coliseum's ever seen. The victor will receive a true treasure from his collection, the Warden's Grace, a ring fitted with the largest sun sphere you'll find outside of Karn. The second and third place prizes are nothing to sneeze at neither. But I don't care how many faces he's got, we've nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night.
Yes, but just as the blast blades were so successful in stopping the thief last time. If you want your treasure safe, go fetch them and bring them to me. And be quick about it, I haven't all day.
Fear I can't do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do I have that you ain't Mr. Many-Faces in another of his elaborate get-ups? No, if you want to get your hands on the spoils, you'll have to claim them as any other would, in battle. As a matter of fact, what with the ranks thinned as they are, we're actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, and the more lucrative at that. Now, where did our receptionist get off to? Over here, you slimy bugger. We got some fresh blood for the melee.
Give me a moment, will ya? I've only got 8 arms. Or were they legs? You called? I was just about to give the lovely Miss Avila the grand tour.
Inspector Hildibrand, look! He is purple.
Astute as ever, Nashu. This color, this overabundance of appendages. I smell a case. Ah, that's just my receptionist, Ultros. Don't be startled now. He's an ugly little bugger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it he was one of the many bizarre creatures born from a recent experiment with ancient incantations at the Thaumaturge's Guild. They were gonna seal him away in a hole in the desert with the others, when he opened up his slobbering mouth and started pleading for his life. I just want to live in peace. I'll do anything, anything. So the management hired him to perform odd jobs about the Coliseum.
And I'm ever glad they did, I tell ya. This job ain't glamorous, but it sure has its perks. What a delicious morsel. I want to get my tentacles around her.
I know not who you are or where you hail from, and I do not care. If you dare challenge me, my Tempest Blade will show you no mercy. You can forget about your case, Inspector. There is only one who will claim the victor's spoils, and that is me.
Ooh, I just love when she talks tough. Now who's the chump who's wanted to get a pummeling by my lovely little Abby?
Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them, I fear we have little recourse. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall do what must be done to...
Miro Prentice will be entering the tournament on my behalf.
Miro Prentice? You do look like a Prentice. Well, bugger me with a spear to think I'd see the day when a warrior of light stood in my Coliseum. Hear that clink, clink, clinking? That's the sound of gil pouring into our coffers. When the public finds out that a true Eorzean hero will be stepping into the ring to fight for the Mithril Cup. Oh, and I reckon your friend can tag along too. Show him where to sign up, Bolty.
With Miro, I suppose we have as good a chance as any. Now we just need to make sure that she doesn't come down with some curious injury.
That gladiatrix, Avila was it, seemed quite certain of her chances at victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say.
Ha ha! I am already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. That Ultros fellow seemed most knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nashu. The investigation is afoot.
As much as that sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, might I suggest that our first priority is to keep Miro here safe. Let us return to Ganelon and see what else he can tell us of these mysterious attacks on the combatants.
Very well, I shall leave that task to you. I have a lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at first opportunity. Hello, Toonlong. How are you doing, my friend? Always nice to see you stop by. Alright, let's go back and talk to the dude. I think he's out where he was before. PTT?
Push to talk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, Ganlin. You again? I've already told you that... Mute yourself. What? Entered the tourney, you say? Are you out of your bleeding mind? Look, I've got a suspicion or two, which I'm happy to share with you, but in the end, you have to protect yourself, you hear? So I've been asking around, and it seems that more than a few of the fighters who pulled out of the tourney were scheduled to fight a warrioress by the name of Avila. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instincts tell me this girl is bad news. And don't take it from me when you can hear it from someone who crossed blades with her just days ago. A fellow by the name of a Raging Rat had the misfortune of being matched up with Avila in the preliminary round, and earned himself a right bruising from it all. Last I heard, he was resting up in the Pugilist Guild. Why don't you pay him a visit? Alright, we'll talk to Hildibrand.
Oh-ho, the plot ever thinkens. While I have my doubts that the lovely Avila is behind these dastardly incidents, it would behoove us to hear what this raging rat fellow has to say.
And Ellie.
Look, I know you're the worry of light and all, but we can't afford to take any chances. Be on your guard, Miro.
Alright. Off we go. To talk to Raging Rat. Come to have a good laugh at old Raging Rat's expense, have you? Well, you're not the first. I say there's not a man in this entire realm with an ounce of sympathy.
Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that your guest is Hildibrand Manderville, gentleman and inspector. Now, if you would, please enlighten me to how exactly it was that you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avila.
Gentlemen, my earth! Have you not a wit of delicacy? Never you mind. Look, the record may say that I lost, but I'll admit to nothing of the sort. I'll shout at the top of my lungs if no one else will. The girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest blade, some kind of foul sorcery if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl is up to no good. If she were so damned easy on the eyes, she'd be rotting in a goal as we speak. The girl's Alamegan, or haven't you heard? You know how it is with those refugees. Why, with your fight with honor and you've got nothing to lose?
Yes, and why not disparage an entire people in a pathetic attempt to salvage your sorry pride? This one's a real piece of work, Miro. Let's be on our way.
I didn't mean no offense, miss. Just telling it like it is, as it were.
Perhaps it truly is some manner of sorcery, as the fellow says. Or perhaps she works with an accomplice. She didn't strike me as the magic-wielding type. If I were a betting woman, I'd put my gill on the ladder.
Ah, Miss Ellie, the thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you as well. Yes, I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. We might very well make an inspectress of you yet.
I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive boor. If what the man says is true, it's likely that her fellow Alamegans might sympathize with her plight. An accomplice would hardly be out of the question.
Yes, I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls, shunned by those around them, united by a destiny and a common desire for justice. Ample appendages whirling wildly, sending gusts of wind flying every which way. Avila and Ulti, a match made in the heavens. Were it any more obvious, I could have solved this case without leaving my home.
powers of deduction never fail to amaze Inspector. What is it with you two and that infernal octopus?
Mr. Ultras should still be at the Coliseum. Let us hurry before he slithers back off to whencesoever he came.
Ellie is not amused. Alright. Back to the Coliseum we go to speak with Hildibrand and Ultras. That's the Coliseum down there. That's where the fighting happens. There's Hildibrand. Alright, my friend. Let's do this.
Shh, friend, and look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, the unearthly undulations of his squirmy, squishy body. Yes, our friend Ulti is a most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting? He speaks. Yes, this is most suspicious indeed. Oh ho, what is this? The girl has fled in a panic. Our friend Ulti appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag, or how they would sag if he had shoulders. Our quarry is on the move. Quickly, Nashu, we must pursue.
Alright, now, here is Hildibrand, and we'll talk to him first, and then Nashu.
Aha! There he is. You will not escape us so easily, Mr. Ultros.
Alright, Nashu.
Mr. Ulti seems to have found himself another gladiatrix. What might he be plotting this time? Look at those succulent legs. I reckon they'd taste just wonderful in a good marinara sauce. Marinara sauce. He speaks. And another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. Shall we douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector? Whatever is he doing with these girls anyway? Call me crazy, but I think he likes them. Them.
8 armed and dangers complete. Alright, what does Hildibrand have to say? Wait, wrong person. Hang on. Nashu first.
Mr. Ultras didn't seem to have much luck with the ladies. Speaking only for myself, I'd love to have him for dinner, perhaps in a nice lemon butter sauce.
All right, and Hildibrand. Okay. What price victory? Hildibrand is contemplating the implications of Ultros' behavior.
Poor, misunderstood Ulti. Here we suspected him of criminal activity, when in truth he was just a gentle soul luckless in love. Oh, Ulti, can you find it in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us?
Yes, yes. Now, perhaps we should return to our investigation? If Avila is as suspicious as they say, perhaps we should follow her around for a bit. Dower Meadow, back at the Coliseum, should be able to enlighten us as to her whereabouts.
An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. But I have a better one. Let us return to the Coliseum and speak with Dower Meadow. From him we shall ascertain Miss Avila's whereabouts, upon which we shall follow her to see if she is still indeed as suspicious as they say. Come, Nashu, the investigation calls!
I like how Ellie just doesn't say anything.
Don't think Uncle Ulti didn't see you following me. What's the big idea, eh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus. Or am I? Come on now, I just wanted any octopus wants. A cute girl, untold riches, and the admiration of millions. Can't Uncle Ulti dream? Well, kids, hate to ink and run. Then again, I am an octopus. Alright. Back to Yuya Basu. No, Yuyubaya. But not really, because Dower Meadow's actually outside. Alright, Zilly.
Yes, what is it this time? I'm a busy man. Looking for Avila, you say? She said something about sharing a flagon with her countrymen over at the Coffer and Coffin. I reckon you might still find her there. I'll warn you, though. If you're smart, you'll keep your distance from that one. The poor bugger Ganelon tried to interview her for an article. Thought the girl was gonna rip his head clean off. How can I put this? She doesn't seem to take kindly to being asked questions of a personal nature, if you catch my drift. That said, if you're looking for a good spar and match to warm you up for the tourney, that might just be the ticket. I can assure you, there will be no need for gratuitous fisticuffs, my good sir. With my remarkable powers of espionage, we will ascertain all the information we need without the fiery lass even being alerted to our presence. Let us be off.
Excellent. Alright, let's go grab the, we gotta go to the Coffer and Coffin, which I'm pretty sure is out in Central Thailand. Let's tend to whisper go our way there. It is 1:36 a.m. in game. It is nighttime in Thanalan. Look at that night sky. Look at that whisper go. His tail spinning. We are reaching Black Brush. Coffer and Coffin should be just over this ridge. Yeah, I know that's silly. I also have an issue with them not giving me stars beside them. There's Hildibrand right there.
Behold, the lovely Miss Avila, just as predicted. Let us keep watch from here, so as not to set off the girl's famed temper.
How many times must I tell you? There is no cause for concern. The spoil shall be mine. It may as well be written stone. Do you realize what this means? We have suffered, and suffered long. But my victory shall mark a new era. Just as Rabban al-Din won a new life for himself in the Coliseum, I shall win a new life for our people. The prize that I shall claim will bolster the wealth of our people 1,000, no, 10,000-fold. In a land where wealth is power, we will be kicked to the gutter by the Uldans no longer. And with that, I must be off to the Nanawa mines to meet my sister.
Miss Avila's self-assurance is ever a sight to behold. I deduce that my own chances of felling her on the field of battle are infinitesimal.
I could have told you that before you signed up. Come now, we have a suspect to pursue.
Trying to steal Avila from Uncle Alti's tentacles, are you? I'm afraid that isn't going to happen. Yes, Uncle Alti's homemade explosive will see that this is the end of the road for you. Does that make me a bad octopus?
Ah, the distinctive smell of fire sand. Another one of your handcraft explosives, I take it now, Shu.
Heavens, no, Inspector. This is far too elaborate to be one of mine. Do you think whoever crafted this would be willing to give me a lesson?
They're on to me! Preposterous! Could it be that Musclehead isn't as stupid as he looks? I see. In any event, I shudder to think of what might happen if an unsuspecting passerby... Oh, that is you.
I see. In any event, I shudder to think of what might happen if an unsuspecting passerby chanced upon such a hazardous object. Allow me. Heave ho!
You gotta be kidding me! Alright, now we gotta go find Avila and her sister up at the Nanawa mines. I don't think we've really gone up here that often, so...
One of those places you pretty much only go for story.
Yeah. There are a lot of places in this game that they added in that they just haven't done anything with. They added so many in Heaven's Ward that they could like do things with, and they just haven't. Which kind of makes me sad, but I guess they could still add stuff to them later on during Storm's Blood. Alright, here's Hildibrand. As we stand and watch. Nashu's facing the complete opposite direction.
That maiden in mining garb must be the sister of whom Miss Avila spoke. Let us listen a bit closer.
I thought we agreed. No hard labor until your leg is healed. I swear, sometimes I think you were born solely to give your poor sister headaches. Says the girl who once fought off 10 Imperials with one good arm. Perhaps someday you'll understand that your little sister can take care of herself just as well as you. Speaking of which, what news of the tourney? Worry not, Hedelina. I have taken all the necessary precautions. The Warden's grace is as good as ours. Even the most modest estimates value its worth at some 30 million gil. Do you realize what this means? Necklaces from the Thames, sun-silk dresses, all the luxuries you've ever wanted will be yours. The poor little girls in shabby clothes, objects of pity and scorn for the Ul'dah upper crust, those days are over. After I claim victory, we will take our rightful place at the top of society. I don't know, Abby. With this all well and good, but when I see you stand tall in the Coliseum, hundreds and thousands cheering your name, I am proud. No matter how humble our birth, if we stand strong and stand together, this alone is all the wealth I ask for. That is your problem, Angelina. You've always been too quick to settle for less than you're worth. But worry not, for your sister is watching over you. I will do this, for us. Now I must return. Gods forbid one of those prying reporters overhears us. That's my Abby, unfazed by a duel to the death, yet terrified to be caught in a moment of tenderness. May the gods smile on you, sister, and be safe.
A more moving display of sisterly love I have not seen, and yet I fear it has afforded us little in the way of prospective clues.
It would seem Avila's obsession with victory runs even deeper than we imagined. That said, I can't help but feel a bond with the girl. My sister and I were alone in the world too, you see. Inspector, did you just hear what I heard?
Look, kids, Uncle Alti has had it up to here with you. Do you think that you could just fall in this pit and die like a good little girl? I'm talking to you, Miss Warrior of Light. Hear that sound? Just one step closer. Closer. Not you, you idiot!
Ahem. No need for concern, friends. I've simply taken the liberty of investigating this hole in the ground, and I'm pleased to report that there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary.
Our hero. Now shall we return to Ul'dah? The Mithril Cup will be starting before long, and the last thing we want after all this is to lose our bout by forfeit.
Could it be? Did that musclehead dive straight into my trap to save his companions? The others seem completely unsurprised at this turn of events. Doubtless he has performed such selfless acts before. A true gentleman if I ever saw one. But if you think that means I'm gonna show you mercy, you've got another thing coming. Time to break out the big guns, kids! Wait a minute. I dug 2 pits, didn't I? Come to think of it, the second one was right around... Give me a break! Ultras. Alright, we gotta go all the way back down there. Alright. Ah, the sun's coming up though. Look at it, we'll die in the distance.
Here, you have a quest to turn in.
I do?
Yeah. Primal Fear. Speak with Lewin at the seat of the first bow.
Oh, I've had that for a while. I'm gonna do that when we go to fight the boss at the end of that. It'll be later that I decide to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I told Solanus we'll bring him along because he hasn't managed to get a group together to beat the boss either.
Oh, which boss?
I can't say.
Today, this morning when I was playing Dragon Quest Builders. Yeah? Go
Q
ahead.
times? Is that...
What?
Is it Q times?
Yeah, it's like 40 minutes queue times, and then people give up after one try.
I remember I had to wait an hour in the queue, and then I was with Juba, and he was like, I need to go. I was like,
No, he's got 40 minutes to an hour queue time, and then people get wipe once because they don't know how to do the damn fight, because nobody does that fight anymore.
When
And
I got in, my group didn't wipe, but I was like, what am I doing? Oh, so Silly will have to tank, and I'll have to heal. So hopefully we'll get in quickly.
Alright. No, we'll just undersize that one.
What? No, 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 no.
Why not?
Mechanics.
I'm going to undersize it and hopefully have 8 people. Anyway. Ellie. Oh, Silly, what were you going to say?
No, after.
Okay.
Whatever does he think he's found this time?
Well, we'll have to wait just a moment here as that comes to the end of this video.